Hi, it's Rob from the Gym Tin, and welcome to tonight's lifestyle tips. And I hope you're ready for just a 10-minute, little blast of metabolism. How can we increase the amount of calories you burn throughout your day, whether it's at rest, whether it's at exercise, but generally, how do you burn more calories? Well, part number one was all last week, and have a look at that one where we're talking about what is metabolism and why is it important. So we'll just quickly recap on that. Metabolism is really important. That's the amount of calories you burn throughout your day. You're a human organism designed to use the fuel that you put into your body, i.e. food and water, every day. Now, the speed at which you metabolize that and you break down the calories and utilize them or store them is very, very important. So whether or not you're on a diet at the moment, easy for me to say, or whether or not you're just trying to get back into some fitness or back into some training or just trying to get going with it, one of the things you might be feeling is a bit sluggish at the moment. So let's try and relax for the next few minutes and learn some good tips that are going to help improve your metabolism. So last week we talked about 3 really good tips. Today we're going to be talking about lifting things, so increasing resistance training. Now, muscle is metabolically more active than fat. Okay, it's got more mitochondria. They're the powerhouses of the muscles. They're the things that are going to help burn and convert your energy sources and then use them up into day-to-day exercises. Okay, so building muscle will help increase your metabolism. Fact. This means you'll burn more calories during the day, during your sleep, and during your rest periods as well, throughout the day. So in 24 hours, you're going to be burning more calories by being fitter and being stronger. Lifting weight helps you retain your muscle strength. Okay, it creates little micro tears into there throughout the muscles. They web better. You create what's called hypertrophy, muscle growth, muscle strength, and therefore your energy required to sustain all of that has to be higher. So lifting weights will help you to burn more calories. So there's been lots of studies about this, but I know quite a few of you will know about things like the Fast 800 by Dr. Michael Mosley. So what they did was they tested a number of people on an 800 diet, so 800 calories maximum per day, along with those people doing no exercise as one stationary parallel to look on this test. They did one on aerobic exercise, and then they did one on resistance exercises. Okay, and then after the diet had finished, all of them had lost a small amount of weight, which was all good because calories in versus calories out. And they were also encouraged to eat wholesome foods. So drink a lot more water, eating wholesome foods. Really, really important. However, after the diet finishes, and we all know about yo-yo dieting, getting to the end of it and then putting all the weight back on, we all can all go through those processes. But those that did resistance training whilst on their diet actually managed to maintain their muscle mass. So the muscles weren't depleting, they were keeping up the muscle mass. Thereby, they were keeping the metabolism up and keeping their strength high. Really, really important. The others, again, they lost weight, but they lost muscle percentage. They lost muscle dexterity. And as a result, they had a decrease in their metabolism. So by all means, do a little bit of everything into that. You need rest and recovery. So doing no exercise at some point during the week, very important. You need to have large amounts of water and wholesome foods. You need to be doing some aerobic-based exercise into there, and you certainly need to be doing some strength training. Now, in my timetable classes, we look at things like HIIT strength, legs, bums, and tums, body conditioning circuits. They're done 20 minutes, 25-minute workouts. They're designed to help you get fit and stay lean and stay active. The other ones in there, such as mobility method and restorative stretch to keep you supple, keep you moving, while things like the HIIT 20 cardio class obviously is designed to burn all the calories by moving quite quickly. So that's tip number one for this week. Increase the amount of strength training you do. Next tip, stand up more. I'm sitting on a Swiss ball this week. I was in a little director's chair the first week, and I was thinking, I feel quite slumped down. So on a Swiss ball. So good little tip would be to swap your chair out of your desk at home and sit on a Swiss ball, really good. Or stand up more, get a stand-up desk, one that's going to change its height so you can get your hips driven forward and lift yourself up. Okay, there's some statistics out there, but sitting down in a chair at your desk on your computer for 8 hours, they reckon is the new smoking. They say it's really, really bad for us, inactivity really poor for us, and if we're sitting there for about 8 hours, it can have the same effect as smoking 2 cigarettes in terms of being really lethargic in our bodies. When we sit, we don't move. We're human beings that are designed to be active. We're designed to get up and move, hunt, do our movement every single day. So sitting down is not part of our normal day to day. So by sitting down for long periods of time, we're not using these big muscle groups in our quads, in our hamstrings, in our calves, in our back. We slouch into a position, we rest on our forearms, we're doing this. Try and get yourself to stand up more. And as a result, you'll find that you will definitely burn more calories. Obviously, it's going to use more muscle strength and muscle dexterity to keep you standing up than it would be just by sitting down. Okay, so yeah, get yourself a standing desk or sit yourself down onto a Swiss ball as well. The next one is about exchanging your caffeine. Okay, so things like green teas are really good for us, fruit teas as well. So they've been shown, so green tea especially is being shown to increase metabolism by between 4 and 5%. So some of these teas will actually help convert your fat stores into free fatty acids, which may increase fat burning by between 10 and 17%. As they're low in calories, drinking these teas are also good for you as well. Not many people put lactose into it, milk or cream into their green teas, so therefore you're reducing the amount of calories you're putting into your diet through your day-to-day as well. So that's that one. And then the next one is get a good night's sleep. Okay, so there's a lot of research about sleep at the moment, and lots of people are selling good quality sleeping products, mattresses, pillows, etc. Getting the room temperature, ambience, colours in the room as well, really, really important for you as well. So you'll find a lot of people randomly now you say randomly, but they're putting red lights into their ceiling lights and their desk lights beside them. But it's clinically proven to help you sleep better. And the reason is because when we were in Stonehenge and we were warming our hands up by the fire, it takes us back to that, helping our body to rest and digest and get ourselves ready for sleep. Okay, getting a good night's sleep is so important. Lack of sleep is linked to a major increase of risk of obesity. That's why we're gaining too much weight around our body, especially around our vital organs as well. Okay, sleep deprivation has a massive effect on our metabolism. It's been linked to increased levels of blood sugar levels, and the reason behind that is pretty obvious. Either you're staying awake and you're eating more food, you're probably eating at the wrong times as well as a result. Therefore, every time you're eating something sugary, you're going to get an increase in your insulin spikes, and therefore an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. We also then we're obviously staying up later, so therefore you'll be increasing the release of the hormone called ghrelin, which is the gremlin. It's the one that's going to fuel your hunger, and it's also going to reduce the amount of the other hormone, which is called leptin, which makes you feel full. So getting a good night's kip is really, really important, and aim for between 7 and 9 hours each time. But if you're sleep deprived, you're going to wake up, you're going to want to crave more carbohydrates as well, because your body's going to want more glucose, more glycogen to get itself ready for the day. Now, the next and the final point I'm going to talk about tonight is a little bit controversial, but it's about drinking coffee. Now, a lot of trainers will say to you, drink caffeine first thing in the morning. Personally, I don't mind my clients drinking caffeine anytime up to around and the very, very latest midday. And the reason behind that is the shelf life of the caffeine boost that's released into your body the half-life of it, is around 12 to 14 hours. Now, that basically means if you're having a cup of coffee in the afternoon, by the time you get through to midnight, you've still got it in your system. The problem with caffeine is that it massively affects melatonin, which is the hormone in your body that makes you feel sleepy and want to go to sleep. So if you're having caffeine in the afternoon and you're finding you're not getting enough sleep, time to cut out that afternoon coffee. Certainly if you're having an evening meal, remember we used to have my grandparents, we used to go have a nice meal out and then you'd have a coffee floater at the end. Like wake yourself up at 8 o'clock and then knock out your caffeine, knock out all of your melatonin, and then you can't go to sleep. Yeah, so it leaves you feeling sleep deprived. So a lot of people will suggest having a caffeine boost before your workouts in the morning. So try not to have a caffeine boost in the evening if you do evening workouts. And you will find that by having caffeine, it will boost your metabolism. The science says between 3 and 11%. And then like green tea, it also promotes fat burning as well. Certainly it comes down to your genetics when it's down to that. So that's why those percentages are quite wide. But if you're normally quite lean, it can also be up to around 29% improvement of burning, getting you more into a fat burning zone. Whereas if you're more obese or you tend to be heavier and more endomorphic as your somatotype, your body shape, it could be as low as 10%. So the more you can do exercise, the more you can do the strength building, the more calories you're going to burn, therefore your metabolism increases. There we go. So lots of information as always. As always, it's everything in moderation. So the more you can change and improve your lifestyle, the small changes, Kaizen theory, change 1% here and here and here, and you'll get 100% improvement overall. Definitely start to apply it. So think about all of the points we've talked about and how we can improve our metabolism. So give me a bit of a recap, and I'll pick up the points that we talked about last time. So point 1 was about increasing the amount of protein. Okay, so that was from the previous lecture. The next point was about getting more cold water into your body, so more hydration, something between 3 and 4 litres of water. We just don't drink enough in this Western world. Do HIIT training, high intensity interval training is really important. And then from tonight's lecture, lift heavier things, get more into resistance training as you can. Stand up more, especially if you're in a sedentary job and you're sitting down at a desk. Try and get yourself standing up, get your big pelvis moving, get the big joints of our body lubricated and moving, and you'll burn more calories as a result because you're using those bigger muscle groups. Drink green teas or fruit teas, they're quite good. And get a good night's kit, get good sleep in, and then finally try drinking coffee first thing in the morning as a metabolism boost as well. There we go, lots and lots of information there as always. I hope that's really useful for you. If I can help at all, get in contact, send me a message, and we can help you get through on the next part of your journey as well. There we go, grab yourself a drink of water. Cheers, I'm off to another lovely exciting PT session now. Lovely Joe. Hope you've enjoyed that tonight. I'll see you next time for the next one. Cheers. Have you done that live? Give me a hashtag live. If you've done it on the replay, give me a hashtag replay.